Welcome Life Top 5. Before becoming some of the most popular books in history, classics such as Gone with the Wind and Harry Potter were rejected over and over before it was finally decided that they were worth publishing. Here we look at the story of J.K. Rowling and many other of our greatest writers who struggled to get that first work out there. These authors prove how important it is to persevere if there's something you really want in life. Beyond the books themselves, there is a lesson to be learned here by us all. 5 world-famous books that got rejected. Number 5. Carrie. Famed horror novelist and short story writer Stephen King has sold over 350 million books. His first published book Carrie tells the story of a teenage girl who's bullied at school and feels like an outsider, living with a religiously obsessed mother. She takes her revenge at the school prom, using the telekinetic powers she's been gifted with. Number 4. Catch-22. Published in 1961, Catch-22 is a must-read classic novel by American writer Joseph Heller. It is set during World War II and tells the story of American bombardier Captain John Yossarian. Stationed on a Mediterranean island, he has to fight to stay alive. Heller himself worked as an American bombardier during the war. It is believed that the book was given the name Catch-22 because it was chosen by its 22nd publisher Simon & Schuster. A comment from one of the publishers who rejected it stated, "I haven't the foggiest idea about what the man is trying to say." Apparently the author intends it to be funny, possibly even satire, but it is really not funny on any intellectual level. The book still continues to receive mixed reviews, everything from the best novel in years, from smart people, to disorganist, unreadable and crass, from morons, but has still gone on to sell over 10 million copies. Number 3. Lord of the Flies. When William Golding's Lord of the Flies was sent to publisher Faber and Faber, they described it as rubbish and dull. Pointless. This English writer was born in 1911 and this novel had to overcome over 20 rejections before it was published in 1954. This is the story of a young group of boys marooned on a coral island after being the only survivors of a plane crash, who have to revert to savagery to stay alive. It was a young editor, Charles Monteith, who persuaded Faber and Faber to publish the novel, stating that he was becoming not merely interesting, but totally gripped as he continued to read. Editorial changes still had to be made, cutting out a complete section at the beginning of the book. Since then, this book has become a classic and in 2005 was named by Time magazine as one of the 100 best English-language novels published since 1923. Number 2. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The story of J.K. Rowling and her struggle in getting her first book published is a well-known one. This book tells the story of a young boy who is orphaned and sent to live with his aunt and uncle when he's 15 months old. At the age of 11 he learns of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and is sent to the same school that his parents once attended. It was sent to 12 different publishers and finally published by Bloomsbury in 1997. There are now 7 books in the Harry Potter series, which has become one of the best-selling series of all time. Once living as an unemployed single mother, after the book was published, Rowling went on to become one of the richest women in Britain. Number 1. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind was written by American author Margaret Mitchell, who worked as a reporter at the Atlanta Journal but was forced to leave her job in 1926 due to physical injuries. Living in a one-bed apartment with her husband, she was given a typewriter as a present to cope with her problems of boredom.